Greetings and welcome to our third edition of the Magic News Network, a Society of American Magicians International Assembly production. My name is Michael Leike, and I'm pleased to welcome you and to share our International Magic News Network with you. Our aim is to bring you a collection of an interesting mix of international magic items in the format of a news magazine and in some ways similar to a TV morning show. We begin with the Magic Circle. A brief history of its origins. In 1905, 23 magicians met to form a magic society in 1905, and they discussed the possibility of naming the society the Martin Chapender Society in memory of a magician that had tragically passed just before the meeting. Instead, they took his initials and settled on the Magic Circle. John James Conway recently shared an interesting item. He states, "Yet more treasure in the undercraft of our HQ. These are the gold cufflinks worn by Chung Ling Soo at formal occasions. They were kindly donated to the Society by Michael and Catherine Robinson." As many know, the Blackpool Magician Convention in England is one of the largest, if not the largest convention in the world, and attracts a vast amount of conventioneers and dealers from all over. Traditionally, the Magic Circle has a stand. To quote Megan Swan, president of the Magic Circle, "A massive thank you to everyone who supported us at the Blackpool Convention this year. I had a brilliant time on the stand, chatting to members new and old, and encouraging more people to join us. We were constantly busy, and I'm completely shattered after spending almost all of my time standing, chatting, and smiling, but it was genuinely one of the most positive experiences of my presidency so far." News in from Don Northfield, seen here with Laura London. He sent us this mini report. "It was an amazing convention in every sense of the word, and I'm sure, like me, many will be sharing wonderful memories and awaiting the next. I must state that it was Laura London's first Blackpool Magic Convention, and it was, as to be expected, a sensational success with a full house enthralled by Laura's demonstrations of her card routines. She also shared her new release, the Reverse Svengali deck, and such was the response from the audience that Laura totally sold out all of her lecture notes and is looking forward to taking her West End show cheat throughout Europe and the USA. To quote Laura London, "When I was a little girl, I used to go to the Blackpool Magic Convention. I saw some of the best magic in the world, and I'd watch the shows and lecture in awe. I never in a million years thought I'd be one of those magicians. At that very convention last weekend, I performed my full cheat show twice and debuted my new lecture, The Art of Show, to packed houses. I don't think I've ever been so nervous and excited in my whole life." Former Magic Circle President Scott Penrose was presented with the David Berglas Award for Outstanding Services to Magic by the British Magical Society. Previous recipients have included Alan Shaxson, Brian Miller, Anthony Owen, and Scott Penrose. We'll be back right after this. Many will be familiar with the name of Master Magician Eric Decamp. He was featured on both covers of the February issue of Vanish magazine. To quote Eric, "Imagine my surprise when I saw this wonderful issue. All kidding aside, I would like to thank Paul Ramani and Hal Myers for making this possible. I also need to thank my dear friend David Regal, who did a masterful job with the interview, Chris Haig for the review of my show, Pure Magic, at the Magic Canvas, and to John Costello for the amazing cover photo. I have to say, it's the most honest and truthful review of any show review I've ever read. News in from Rod Chow, President-elect of the Society of American Magicians. As part of the Lunar New Year celebrations, we inaugurated our new world-famous building mascot, Genie, the giant panda piano. Genie is one of a kind in the world and now makes his home in our skinniest building in the world in Vancouver, Chinatown, providing joy, happiness, and delight through his expression, music, and magic. Although everything in our building is either mini or skinny, Genie is allowed to be giant, as the giant panda is the national animal of China, as well as the mascot of Vancouver, Chinatown. The SAM Paranormal Investigation Committee, chaired by Mark Carlin, on February 20th, had acknowledged Houdini expert John Cox as its guest speaker. An interesting talk with contributions from several members. The talk and ensuing discussion focused on Houdini's stance on mediums and spiritualism. We'll be back right after this. News from the SAM International Assembly. Assembly member Jimmy C. gave a splendid lecture at the Magic Circle. It was his second lecture at the Circle. Tommy Burnett, also billed as the man who knows too much, was recently appointed as the International Assembly envoy for New York State. Michael Kelly, Master Wizard from the Isle of Man, was also appointed an International Assembly envoy for the Isle of Man. Hosted by Anthony Darkstone, the Darkstone Dossiers on the 19th of February had David Zaritsky of the Bond Experience as his guest. Apart from David Zaritsky demonstrating some of his Bond collection, the show focused on the crossover links between the illusion of magic and Bond gadgets. It featured special magical performances by international performers, Magic Noor from Morocco, Sylvia Scepter from England, myself from Canada, and Paul Abbey in spoof sketch as Blofeld complete with cat. As the show was Bond-themed, none other than the Martini Maestro Scott Wells demonstrated how to make a perfect martini. My own show, Magical People, continues to gain much interest. The last show featured award-winning author of the Stokerverse, Chris Macaulay, for the 175th anniversary of Dracula. On the 18th of February, René Claude Auclair was re-elected president of the Canadian Association of Magicians for the second year. She states, "We have a wonderful pan-Canadian team and will soon be offering new tools for wizard members. Stay tuned." SAM's second vice president, John Midgley, is not only a skilled performer, but also a wonderful artist. His work includes many magic notables. Here is a visual of his latest work, Alan Fisher. Martin Duffy from England reports, Daniel Sylvester, aka Sylvester the Jester, has Alzheimer's and is now unable to perform. Please keep him in your hearts and heads as well as his family. I brought Dan over to the First South Tyneside International Magic Festival back in 2004 for his first ever UK convention appearance. We are sorry to report the passing of the amazing Jonathan, affectionately known to friends as AJ. Pictured here with his longtime partner, Penny Wiggins, who performed with him as Psychic Tanya in their run of Las Vegas shows. She states, "Hello everyone, a very, very sad day. Jonathan Zealous, amazing Jonathan, has passed away at around 11:30 p.m. on 2/22/22. My heart is broken. One of my best friends, one of the funniest humans I've ever met. I loved him so very much and will never forget this wonderful, amazing, kind, funny, great person." We sadly announce the passing of Winnipeg magician Ray Starr. Inventor of magic tricks, he toured throughout Manitoba and Winnipeg in the 50s and 60s. He will be sadly missed. Our condolences to his wife, Judy. I bid a personal farewell to a friend and mentor. Blackpool, TV consulting, Izzy Simpson are just three of the many things that one would associate with Russ Stevens. One more was recently added when he was awarded a high honor at the Magic Circle when he was bestowed honorary membership. Personalized number plates have always been popular in the showbiz world. A past president of IBM British Ring had Magic, MAG1C, and a famous British comedian had Comic, COM1C. These plates were on their personal Rolls-Royce car. Harry Words also recently published an interesting photo and states, "A heartfelt thank you to everyone who has so graciously shared their magic-themed license plates with the Chavez Studio of Magic. Each and every plate is appreciated and will be included into the display. I'm humbled by each new plate received, as it is exciting to see so many eager to be a part of this unique project. There's always room for one more. Please let me know what you have and how we can make it a part of this historic magical collection." Thank you for watching. My name is Michael Leike. Until next time.